You saw the title. It was spicy. It was provocative. It was raunchy. It was risque. But most of all, it is true because when you have a fit physique, when you're lean, when you're muscular, jacked, all of those things, she's going to see you as a sexual option first. And this is the thing that most guys grapple and struggle with because before they're seen as a sexual option, they're going to be seen as the I'm going to FaceTime this guy for an hour every single day, make sure he likes all my Instagram thirst traps that I be putting up, especially for his ass. But really, she's putting him there for the guy that she's trying to get his attention. But of course, you come in and give her the little cute hard eyes or googly eyes. And she's like, you know what? Cool. This is my attention option anyway. And this is not where you want to be. But unfortunately, this is what most guys face the majority of the time. And they don't realize that their physique plays a major role in this occurrence. They don't realize that their physique is a major factor in why this is happening to them. And some guys will still deny this. And I know I'm going to get the argument police that are going to say things like, oh, I'm 60 pounds overweight and I still get women. And, oh, I still get sexual attraction from women. But really, the part that they're leaving out is that it's very slim to none. Now, are attractive fit men immune from being used for attention or validation? No, but there's a balance here. The balance for a guy that is unfit is most of the time a girl is going to see him for a FaceTime slash text buddy slash attention slash friend, and she's going to see it, and the sexual portion is disproportionate. It's very small. It's like 10% as opposed to the 90% of the attention and shit like that. Now, when you get a guy that's fit, when you get a guy that's jacked, lean, muscular, whatever, the balance is on the other spectrum. The chicks that are going to want to talk to him, 90% of the time, they're going to view him in a sexual manner, and 10% for attention. Just like how we view women, okay? We can either view them as a chick that we're not into, or we can view them as a chick that we would knock down. Very easy, very simple concept to understand, but a lot of guys, like I said, they kind of grapple and struggle with this, for one, because they're sort of ignorant and they feel like they need to work hard in order to get a woman. And two, they just been programmed that, men just don't get that type of attention. Women don't look at men sexually. A lot of guys think that way. But when you get in shape, you will see that that is not the case whatsoever. Because when you do get in shape, when you do start getting lean, you're going to notice a lot of women bringing out that animalistic side. You're going to notice a lot of women bringing out those predatory eyes. And when I say predatory eyes, if you guys have ever been walking or you've been in a, I don't know, I guess a sexually charged environment, which would include a lounge, a bar, or maybe a restaurant at night, something of that nature, and a chick gives you those, you know, I'm not gonna do it on the camera because that's weird and it's cringy, but she's gonna give you those low kind of predatory eyes, like come here type of deal. She's gonna give you that like come here type of look, and just, good old flirting, good old smiling, good old interaction, because a lot of guys don't even get simple interactions with women. Because yes, I know I'm over here talking about a woman smiling at you, but there's certain nuances under that. It's more than just a smile. It's more than her just throwing you a smile. And this is going to happen multiple times to guys that are in shape and that are fit. It's going to be multiple women just looking at him, younger women, older women. Older women are going to be looking at y'all, fellas. Older women are going to be checking y'all out, because older women, I don't know what it is, when they get older, their libido freaking spirals out of control and they just become sex beasts. Okay, but those smiles, a lot of guys will tell you that they don't even get those. And the reason is because they're not going to believe it still. A lot of guys aren't going to believe it still, but it's because, hey, look, their presentation does not scream or does not communicate sexual. You know, when a woman is very in shape, most guys, when they look at her, they're going to be aroused off rip. Simple. It's the same concept. When guys are in shape, first of all, there's not many of us to go around. Second, the woman is aroused off rip when she's looking at a guy that is in shape. She's looking at him in a sexual manner first. And some of the arguments I get from some guys is, oh, you know, I'm a good guy and I'm a one woman type of man and all of that good stuff. And I get it. I agree. Assuming that you're not capping, because let's just be clear. I don't care if you're a devout Christian, Muslim, Buddhist, Jew, Israelite, whatever your ethnicity, yeah, whatever your ethnicity, religion, whoever you are, a man is a man. And for the most part, we do want women to look at us sexually. You know, obviously, when you're single and stuff like that, especially when you're single, you're looking for a chick, you know, and it doesn't matter if you're looking for a fling, you're looking for a wife, you're looking for a thottie, a sneaky link, anything in between. You always want a woman to look at you as a sexual option first, because let's dissect the whole I want to get married guys, which is beautiful, which is a great thing. It's a beautiful thing to get married to a beautiful woman who loves and cherishes you. And hey, guess what? You got little mini me's running around and you're carrying out your legacy. I did it. I love my kiddos. So it's a beautiful thing, you know. Love my wife and my kiddos. It's a beautiful thing. Even you guys should have it in your mind that, hey, look, I want to I want my wife to view me sexually, because what the hell is the point? You know, what is the point of getting in a romantic relationship if your woman doesn't even want to touch you besides having children with you or something like that, right? What the hell is the point? And the thing about it is that a lot of guys are not aware that the sexual dynamics are such a major element in relationships that it could literally break up a marriage. It literally could break up a marriage. And they say that finances are one of the leading causes of marriage split ups. And I would say, while that might be true, another huge reason is because the sexual attraction was never really there to begin with. It's just a lot of us have been programmed, a lot of women as well have been programmed, hey, look, settle down with a guy that is stable. Now, for the guys that are wise, that do know what time it is, they stay in shape. And guess what? When they do marry that woman, she's gonna be very sexually attracted to them, because being in shape isn't only a physical thing, it's also a mental thing. So now, on top of being lean, on top of being muscular, hopefully you were doing the mental work as well. So now you're going to be headstrong, you're going to be a good leader, because when you're good at one thing, you're good at everything else. When you can conquer your body, when you can sculpt your body into a healthy, sexually attractive physique, you can sculpt your whole life into a one big sexy disciplined life. Okay. Your life is just like your physique. You can sculpt that too. Dig what I'm saying? Your mind is like your physique. You can sculpt that as well. And it all starts with your body. Or some people say it starts with your mentality, which I would agree with, because you have to mentally agree with yourself. Hey, look, I'm not going to eat those Cheetos. I'm not going to eat those donuts. I'm going to hit the gym. I'm going to get my 10K steps. I'm going to clean up my act, clean up my house, all that good stuff, you know, clean up my room, all that type of see, when you get in shape, everything else follows. And women are just gonna find that shit extremely attractive. And you never want to be seen as anything else besides that first. So you don't ever want to be seen by women as the provider before the sexually attractive guy. We've all heard of this before. We've all heard of the provider, beta male provider. And the thing about it is, are they lying when they say beta male provider? Yes, because this is unfortunately the case for most guys. They don't take care of themselves. They have no sense of sex appeal, and they go straight into the I'm gonna give you money mode. And hey, unfortunately, some chicks are going to oblige to that. They're going to be like, oh, are you going to provide for me? Sweet. I'm not going to say no. and that sexual attraction portion was never present to begin with. So that's why a lot of guys feel like a provider is beta, because most of the time this is what guys start off with, instead of leading with being sexually attractive first. Because I'm telling you guys, if a chick finds you sexually attractive, she is going to put forth effort. You're not going to be the only one trying to get her attention. You're not going to be the only one that is putting in 100% of the work while she just lays back and just makes you do all the heavy lifting. No, she's going to care. Let me tell you what being lean and sexually attractive is going to get you. It's going to get you a woman that actually gives a shit about you, plain and simple. It's going to get you a chick that actually cares if you're sick. A lot of guys, man, I've heard horror stories of their wives or their girlfriends not even giving a shit when they're sick. Like, holy crap. Like, she don't even care that he's sick. She doesn't care that he's feeling down. As a matter of fact, she's going to put him down even more. It's crazy, and it does happen. And that is because, hey, look, not being lean, not being in shape is not sexually attractive, on top of it not being disciplined. So she's gonna kind of treat you how you're treating yourself. Now, like I said, when you're lean, when you're physically fit, you are bringing out that sexual primal side of yourself. So she's going to be obliged to follow that. She's going to be looking at you and she's just going to want to ravish you. Just like if you're looking at your favorite IG thirst trap chick, and I know a lot of you guys have your favorite IG thirst trap chick, and she's curvy, she's got a nice body, she's pretty as hell. You get aroused. You would do something crazy to her. Vice versa, when you're a fit man, it's even more powerful, because strength and solidness belong to men, right? Yes, there's some women out there that are in great shape, that have beautiful bodies and all that good stuff, but that whole being strong, being in great shape, is really more of a masculine thing. Now, of course, women have their own way, their own feminine way of being fit and being sexually attractive, obviously. But like I said, having that dense, strong, solid muscle is gonna be that main driver. Okay, it's gonna scream masculinity, and that's the most primal sense of sexuality, is you being strong, being fit, on top of putting it down. You're knocking her down right in the bedroom, and you're a solid guy. You got your head on straight. Come on now. So hope you guys like this video. Peace.